RPG 그대로의 RPG 불멸의 전사 2.
We're back here for the second ace match of the night. It's going to be Zest versus Deer to decide the fate of Samsung Galaxy Con, CJ Entis, and KT Rolster.
Yeah, this has been a marathon of a day. It's, what is it, 10:35 here in Korea. So we've been casting for 4.5 hours straight. My voice is getting hoarse, but I'm so hyped for this matchup. A rematch of the GSL semi-final between Zest and Deer.
This is going to be insane, especially because of that fourth match where Zest, you know, regardless of if he was tilted or not, he was definitely unhappy about the decision, right?
Maybe he's got to change a drink. He's got the black bean tea, and everyone's actually going for Zest here. I think that momentum from the GSL semi-finals is carrying on to here.
Yep, no doubt about that. Kind of interesting that, you know, I mean, nobody votes for Deer here, even with so much on the line. Like, no best of one, right? I can understand best of 7, lots on the line there for the round of 4 of the GSL for sure. Like, Zest 4-0s him, but now is like a different day, a different time. Nobody takes the plunge. Not one of our Korean casters, not even Kanata. And that really speaks volumes about Zest.
Yeah, I mean, we say it time and time again, Zest is best.
Yeah, guy's got like an 80% win ratio, so if he lost that one, you better bet he's winning the next one.
Yeah, I mean, that last game was just an anomaly, so I think everyone has confidence in Zest to pick up and rebound from that previous loss.
Yeah, for sure. I do, you do, the rest of them do.
Everyone is.
Yeah, we're all together this time.
We're still waiting on the players to join the lobby.
It's funny if Zest is like, oh no, I need to make sure my hotkeys are ready. I need like 10 minutes. And we're like, oh boy, here we go. And then he like reboots and somehow the hotkeys just don't stick again. And they're like, oh.
And then they just DQ KT and the KT ends up qualify. Oh,
MVP
man.
qualifies. We're like, what?
It's like, what? Oh man. Thanks, like, once again, thanks for casting, not casting.
Thanks for casting with us, guys.
Thanks for lasting with us for the past 4.5 hours. It's been a pretty marathon of a broadcast, but we appreciate your continuing support and viewership here at the SPL.
For sure. I mean, it's going late into the night, so obviously for you guys in America who are staying up late, you're like, well, it's what, 9:30 in the morning on the East Coast. Should I go to bed yet? Should I stay up all night? Do I have something to do today? Should I cancel that? Should I watch the VODs?
And all the Europeans, it's around afternoon there, so...
Yeah, some of them are just waking up now. They're like, oh, this is weird. Pro League's still on. This isn't normal.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on? Well, you made it just in time for an amazing match.
Yeah. I can't emphasize how good Zest versus Deer of an ace match. Honestly, I would prefer Deer versus TY, but because I thought legit Zest would be too tilted to play in the ace match, but
seems like he almost wants revenge.
Yeah,
right?
he wants to make amends for the hotkey issues.
And I would feel the same too. You know, like that was just.
That's Kanata
go.
Back in
Kanata. He does look like.
Faker?
Oh, he's a Chinese fan.
Yeah.
There you go. He does look like Faker, by the way. He actually does. Like if he wore glasses, like that's Faker.
I actually thought that Kanata named himself after Canada, but I remember reading an interview. He named himself after an anime character or anime called Kanata. Oh no, it was Kanata with a K.
Oh, okay.
And then he's
like,
okay,
this would be cool if I replaced it with the C.
Yeah. Yeah. Good player.
How did you come up with your name, GTR?
It's actually a very long story.
Well, I mean, it seems like we've got time as we have our 5th delay of the night.
Okay. I used to play this game called The Getaway on the PS2, and the best available car in it was called the GTR, like Nissan GTR.
Ah.
And I was looking for help on the game facts board, and you have to make a username. So I was like, okay, I'll do GTR. I was like, okay, GTR, I'll take it. I was like, okay, since I was like 12, like not even 12, I was probably like 10 or something. I was like, okay, let's do a suffix to make it cool. So it was GTR to go.
GTR to go.
Yeah. And then
wow.
Once I joined Team Liquid and I realized that GTR was it was an available ID. I was like, okay, I'll change it from GTR to go to just GTR. And then that's kind of stuck with me ever since.
That's not that long ago.
How did it come with Drupal? Is that
Drupal? Yeah, that was what I had. I don't really know. I was just thinking of random words in my mind. I'm like, and it just kind of like came together as one disgusting blob, like the name sounds. That's why my name now is Valdez. That's the story of Valdez, actually. That's why I don't use a Gruple.
You like using your mononym as your casting handle?
Well, I mean, I just couldn't think of anything else, so that's what I decided.
It was either Brendan or Valdez.
Yeah. Well, it was Brendan eventually, or at first, and then it was Valdez.
Well, at least the spicy salmon hasn't stuck.
Yeah, well, people have forgotten. Katowice was a long time ago, 3 months ago.
You should cook some spicy salmon sometime.
I should. I'm learning to cook nowadays. Trying to do that. Trying to be healthy. I can make some spicy salmon for sure. But guys, the game is loaded up. We're going into this one, Deer versus Zest, in the ace match to decide it all. Let's go into it right now. Down here in the bottom left, in the blue, it is Deer from Samsung Galaxy Con.
And spawning here at the top right, looking for revenge, wanting to stop Samsung making it to the playoffs. It is Zest.
He looks angry, man.
Yeah,
it's like taking a deep breath.
I think we can. If he had his jacket off, he'd be like the most angry.
Why? Like if he just took the jacket off after the last game?
Back in the early Starcraft 2 days, Nada.
Yeah.
He would always wear his jacket when he was in the booth. And then when you could tell that he wanted to pick up his performance, he'd always take his jacket off. So we'd always joke, not me, but Taste Tosters, they would always joke about Nada's jacket. It's like, in Dragon Ball Z where you have the power suits or whatever? Training suits that they wear to train, and then they take it off, and then it's they fight better. Yeah.
So that was his training suit?
Yeah,
is that the way it worked?
The jacket, yeah. See here, both players actually walling off with 2 pylons rather than the gateways. Seeing that trend established here in Korea as of late.
Yeah, just want to make sure that probe doesn't get in. And you're eventually going to kill that pylon anyway. It's worth it to make sure you can deny that information for sure. That's the reason why it's become very standard. And
also notice here that Dia is positioning his cybernetics core away from the wall off. Doesn't want to get that cybernetics core to be harassed. And I love how these probes are just picking away at the pylons. But it looks like he's going to... Actually, no, Zest is pretty confident he's going to keep that pylon alive, so...
Whereas Deer, seems to not know the timing almost, or he's just okay, there he goes.
Well, it doesn't really matter. Okay, he cancels it, but they do get the Nexuses literally in sync right there.
Yeah, and there we go. Chrono boosted out Adept, as well as Warp.
Where's the... Okay, he's deciding to go for the Mothership core rather than the... the unit.
That could die.
Yeah, that's going to die.
That could definitely die.
The Mothership core's not going to get there in time.
6 more hits. 5, 4, 3, 2.
No,
now it's gone. Oh, the overcharge, and it gets it. 4 health.
Wow. and then Zest just brings his Mothership core, kills it.
Yeah. Oh, man. That's insane.
Oh, man. I've never seen a probe, attack a pylon be so exciting.
Here comes the Adept.
Here comes the Adept.
Adept's nuh-uh.
And the Mothership core's going to go right by it.
Oh, man. That should be able to get it. Oh, it's because he wants to put on some pressure. Stalker comes out.
That pylon's gone.
That's definitely gone.
Yeah.
Going down.
Down. Oh, no.
What? Kill it. Thank you. Oh, it unpowers the warp gate research.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
It unpowers the warp gate research.
Oh, God.
Oh, man.
Oh, whoa. How did that happen?
And now the Adept gets in because there's no wall.
Oh, man.
Shades in, and Deer is,
Zest even recalling here to ensure that Mothership core is not going to do any damage. Zest is looking pretty comfortable right now, especially with that, the warp gate research. It's not even started because it's unpowered.
Oh, that's crazy. Oh, man. This Adept is even getting kills now. It's gotten 4 probe kills. Looks like 3 on the other side by the Mothership Core, rather.
And the, okay. So it looks like there's a couple Stalkers here from Deer.
I believe that Zest also got the scout on the Stargate. Yeah, it did.
So he's definitely going to know that there's an Oracle out, and knowing Zest, he's probably going to comfortably defend from this Oracle with these Blink Stalkers.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he sees it all coming. He's got a nice little advantage even in the Warp Gate research. It's not going to matter all too much, but it's definitely annoying for Deer. Gets like 1 less unit, it seems, perhaps.
Yeah, so we see here another pylon being built here to power just that Cybernetics core. That Cybernetics core needs to be babysat.
Yeah, also to make sure no more Adepts get in here.
And we see the gateway explosion here from Zest. He's actually deciding to go for not the Phoenix. He's not stacking Phoenixes at all.
Yeah, just decides to deal with it organically with the Blink Stalkers.
Deer's actually taking a 3rd base behind this as well.
Here comes the Oracle coming in. There's only 2 Stalkers. He can commit to about 3 kills, 4 kills.
Oh, that's actually some...
oh, that's going to go down. That's it. He commits to 4 kills and 1 extra kill, so he does lose that.
Yeah, that's unfortunate there for Deer. But he does decide to take a 3rd base, and I'm not sure if Deer has enough ground units to deal with an attack that's coming here from Zest if he decides to do so. He's only got this Mothership Core. It has 85 energy, so he's probably going to be able to get 2 pylon overcharges, but with the Observer out here from, the Warp Prism rather, from Zest, he'll be able to maneuver around the map. And maybe
he's
find
also
a window.
got Blink here.
Yeah.
So you can get actually vision of the high ground and maybe even just Blink up there. Could also try even to Blink it to the main. Let's see what he decides to go for here.
Comes a couple of Depths being warped in here from Deer. He's going to be able to shade in and take a sneak peek at the army, not the army, the main base of Zest.
Deer needs that Immortal right now. He makes 1, and it does finish, but Zest has got a nice little nook over here, and with the Blink, I don't think that Deer can defend against this.
Well, here's the Immortal, but as you said before, there's just too many.
Oh, Blinks in the main!
Blinks in the main, that is sick here. And he's got to get the pylon as well. He's going to unpower that. Oh, no, it's actually still powered.
Yeah, still power here. He's
Lucky.
going to try to focus it down. I don't think he can get that in time. He's just going to Blink back
He's
down.
going to go back down. And
that Nexus is so low, he should be able to focus it down.
Yeah.
There we go, another warp in now. Even in probes are going down.
And that Nexus is gone.
Nexus goes down, and Zest is going to blink into the main once again. Going to try to snipe this. Wants to go for the Immortal. He's not so sure. He actually splits the damage there on the Immortal as well as the Robotics. Misses the blink even. Just going to pick up here.
Oh, but this is Adept here doing a bit of damage. 9 probe kills with that Adept push.
Oh, wow.
And but look at the supply count right now. It's Deer has a lot of probes, but a 10 supply lead. Maybe there's a window of timing.
Look at the bank as well for Zest. He was just microing his heart out. He couldn't quite deal with all the harass as well as macroing back at home. Yeah, it's finally stabilized, but the thing is for Deer, he's got Immortals out. I do feel that with these 3 Immortals, he can actually push in and do a lot of damage to Zest, but I guess he just fears the mobility of these Blink Stalkers coming back and biting him in the bum. For sure. Here we go. Some Zealots, or probably not Zealots. A Zealot and an Adept. New buddies here in the Wall Prism. That wall is not up there. It looks like the Adepts are going to shade into the back door. There are Stalkers waiting for it. Yeah, this game is very scrappy ever since the start with that the probe killing the pylon and then the unpowered warp gate. But here comes that gateway explosion here from Zest. He's taking advantage of the fact that he's got that expansion up. Managed to kill the expansion of Dio. Yeah, that's a really nice idea. It looks like now Phoenix is being added in, maybe just perhaps to ward off the Warp Prism. He only makes 1 here. He's making a second one. Yep, and the Warp Prism is looking for a way of entering and doing some harassment, but looks like the... Ooh, this is cute. Comes up, pokes his way in. Maybe we'll get a couple of these pylons over here. And just blinks away. And that's the power of Blink Stalkers, especially without Deer's own Blink tech. Zest really wants to save this Warp Prism, but he will not. Not with the Phoenix like that. Second one coming in here. Blink is going to kill one of them. Yeah. But we'll have to back off from here.
And actually, as the observer notes, he's not even mining gas from his expansions.
That's really huge. It looks like he just notices now, but that's the big reason why he's got such a massive mineral bank, but he just can't seem to spend his money.
Unless he wants to dump it on Mass Zealots or something like that, but without the charge upgrade. Not really the best thing to do right now.
Yeah, well, back rocks here being broken down as he looks to potentially take his 4th base. And as is the way of this map, generally it's very easy to transition from 2 to 3 to 4 bases, and you usually get these very long PvPs.
Yeah, the question is taking that 5th base is such a challenge. Do you want to take it at the corner of the map, or do you want to take it at the right side of the map? It causes a lot of awesome army movements, and especially when we see disruptors. It doesn't look like we're going to be seeing disruptors at the moment. We're probably just going to see mass phoenixes. Yeah, seeing the army movements of both players. I like to say this about you ever play Smash, right? You can tell how good a player is by how well they move their character. Yeah. It feels like with pro gamers, you can tell how good a player is by how well they move their army around.
Yeah, for sure. It's all about the positioning, right? You need to be in a position to defend or attack, exploit your opponent's weaknesses as well. And getting the perfect position is very key. Yeah. Nice stasis wards there, just in case a big blink happens.
Yeah, and he's actually amassing quite a number of phoenixes, so he'll be able to lift up the units that come in here. And maybe you can trap these blink stalkers now. That would be really cool if you managed to trap those stalkers in the stasis ward.
Oh, Zest not biting the bait, and
Dark Templars are out as well for DL, so he's not using them for harassment though, just keeping them with his army. And Archons as well.
Yep, some Archons being added in. It's going to be 2 Archons to 2 Archons. Much bigger army right now for Zest. He just wants to straight up fight against this. No, thinks better of it, backs off.
There's a list as well. Phoenix is just doing a really nice job just picking away at the sentries.
But here comes the charge, and now the observers are being popped there, and more DTs warping in. Does Zest have an observer with this army? I'm not so sure. No, that's the one observer.
Yeah, he has to move back. He has to move back because there's no way he can deal with those Dark Templars.
DT saving Deer's life for now.
Yeah, very close game here. Quite at the edge of my seat right now, honestly.
Yeah, where's that observer? He needs that here.
Oh, these Dark Templars just going to move back.
It's coming over.
There's a tag as well. That is huge.
That's really big. Coming in the charge, and he gets the Mothership Core. It goes down.
No overcharges as well. That's so unfortunate for Deer here.
No overcharge, and he keeps that Observer back. That control in the Observer is so big, and this armory of Zest is huge too. The blink in, and he's sniping Immortal after Immortal, and it looks like he may be able to take this one, especially with the Mothership Core going down.
Yeah, that Mothership Core going down is huge. That was four potential pylon overcharges that Deer could have used to defend, and with that Mothership Core being sniped, there was no way that Deer was going to defend from this. And
you were talking about positioning. Well, Zest exploited the positioning of his opponent, and that's why he's going to win this game. Deer struggling to handle this right now, as he was the last hope for Samsung to get to the playoffs of round 2 and get those extra points. But Zest is going to deny it and give KT that 2nd place spot. GG! KT Rolster will win in the ace match.
Yeah, so congratulations, KT Rolster. They will be in 2nd place this round. They will get that seed to the playoff round. And unfortunately for Samsung, they couldn't win in the end. And they will not be making playoffs. It will be Jinair versus CJ, I believe. And we won't be having MVP interviews because
SKT versus CJ.
Sorry,
in
SKT versus CJ
on Monday, and that's going to be probably SKT versus KT.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Then Jinair is waiting in the finals on Saturday.
Yep, so we won't have the MVP interview today. It is 11 o'clock. We are 2 hours behind schedule.
Yeah.
So we'll be signing off shortly.
Zest getting that redemption after losing against Solar was understandably very unhappy about the whole situation, regardless of if it was his fault or regardless of what it was. Deer really having a hard time dealing with this.
I mean, losing that Mothership Core is so pivotal in that matchup, the match that they had. And he knows the mistake that he made.
Yeah.
I don't know how long he'll loom on that transgression.
Transgression that he pulled, yeah. Zest looking really happy, obviously.
He was able to make amends for his loss to Solar, which is going to be good for his confidence.
Yeah. Still shaking his head about it even. He's like, damn, that shouldn't have happened. Either way, guys, this is the result. KT Rolster takes the close 3-2 over Samsung Galaxy Con. They really fought their way through here. Stats and TY proved to be too strong for both Deer and Reality, but then Bravo and Solar taking the wins, and then eventually Zest winning. Here is our final standing. CJ Antis gets in the playoffs with 3-3 and -3.
Yeah, and Jin just rocking it with +10. KT in second with that win against Samsung Galaxy, and see the total point rankings. SK Telecom still on top with 182 points.
Yeah, we'll see who wins. Yeah. You know, you get those extra 40 points, of course, from winning the round.
And surprisingly, CJ's fourth, considering how poor they were last round.
Yeah, they made it into the playoffs. It's so important. And here we go. Zest winning tonight actually puts him even there with Maru and Hero. So those are your most winning players now as of round 2. Obviously, the playoff results do not count in that winner's ranking.
Yep, so we see here the playoffs will be next week. They will be the all-call format. First game will be on Monday with myself and you. Bronze challenger match, SKT versus CJ. The silver match will be myself and Wolf. That will be KT against the winner of the bronze match. And then on Saturday will be Wolf and Tasteless. The gold challenger match, Jin Air versus the winner of the silver match.
Yep. So there you go. That's going to be it for us, guys. It's been a long day. Thank you for joining us throughout the entire thing. We'll say that again. This is a very long broadcast, 5 full hours. If you stayed the whole time, props to you. You are a true fan. If you came in late and you watched the rest, you're also a true fan. As I understand, some people have got schedules. But there you go. Props to Samsung. They tried their best, but KT is the winner tonight.